Hello, John Rule.
Hello.
It's the 18th
The 18th of July, 2016.
16. Let's see some pictures. Wildflowers of Arkansas. Okay, recognize
Wow.
ironweed.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Buckeye butterfly.
A beautiful buckeye right in the middle.
Yeah, and there's one of those little yellow whatchamajigger butterflies on an ironweed. And there he is. That's kind of washed out, but I didn't try to adjust the color.
Yellower than that, right?
Yeah, yeah. And this is Joe Pye weed, growing wild in northwest Arkansas. Found a whole lot of these the other day, driving along a road that didn't have much traffic, so I could be a drive-by shooter and take these right out of the window. You recognize that?
Bellflower.
Yes, it's a blue or purple plant that was growing next to these Joe Pye weeds.
Right.
And so I made quite a few
bees
pictures.
and stuff on that. That's jewel weed.
Yeah, and it's supposed to
One of the two types.
it's supposed to be good for poison ivy. Keep poison ivy from.
Well, that's the only thing I ever.
Don't know if that'll work. Yeah.
Water works pretty well.
Yeah, and there's another one of your bellflowers, American bellflower, and it's a tall, pretty thing, and it's an annual, so
It is.
it's amazing.
One volunteered in our garden one time, and it was for 2 or 3 years. I
It
think.
kept coming back from seeds it was dropping, I guess. That's the only way it could be back, and it's a pretty thing, and I should have stopped and parked and climbed up a little bit on that edge there and got a close-up of that
I
thing.
believe it gets about 4 or 5 feet tall at
Well,
least.
you can see it's
Right.
quite a bit of that's about half of the plant. And here's American basket flower finally in bloom. It
Right.
worries me every
Mine
year.
haven't come out yet.
And well, this isn't at my place. It's along 15th Street, and it's used to be a lot growing in that area, and now there are just a few plants, and they're down closer to the creek, but they are up high enough you can see them if you're down on the edge.
Right.
But they've destroyed the majority of the plants that were growing there with the construction work for those apartments across from Ballin Stadium down there on Razorback Road and 15th Street. And there you can see it not so close up, and there you can see one.
You can see the basket beautifully.
And this one will be open, well, it may be open today, or by the time you see this, it will.
Goldfinch.
Yeah, and the reason I put goldfinch
Beautiful
in there
stuff.
is they were eating thistle seeds nearby.
They love that.
They love basket flower more. It's easier
Oh,
for them
that's
to get out of
interesting.
there.
Yeah.
Okay, this is what do I call this? Called its name a while ago. Anyway, it's a tiny yellow thing. It's beautiful. This
Milkweed.
is the milkweed that's called short green milkweed. See, that's out. You can see the Pinnacle Foods plant behind it, and it's known as Asclepias viridiflora, and also
Asclepias viridis flora.
viridi
Viridi. Yeah,
with
so
an I. And,
another type.
and it's
This is the same type or another?
yeah, that's the same one plant that's in bloom right now. And not, the flowers hadn't opened, they're not real showy. Now we've got mallow, poppy mallow,
Beautiful.
couple shots out there, and there's still quite a few of those at Pinnacle Prairie. They bloom for a while. Here's one that's wide open. You don't see them like that very much. And I said, well, that's a good picture, because usually if I take the middle of one while it's closed,
Right.
it's not that different from what we've seen in the past. But passion flower,
flower.
yeah,
Beautiful.
one of the big ones. So, I don't know what we missed in this batch, but
Well,
we'll do it again sometime.
all right.
John Rule, it's
Here it
the
is.
18th of July, and we've got
18th of
some more
July.
pictures
More
from Fayetteville,
pictures.
Arkansas. Hope you like these, folks. We showed you
It does
that.
look moth there.
Yeah, eating milkweed plant, and that one finally got through eating, and I guess went to make its cocoon underground. I'm
Right.
not sure what situation they use. I read a little about it, but it didn't make it clear.
Was that one dead?
No, that one's quite live.
I'd say I have a dead one in my garden.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Well, this hair streak is one.
Beautiful.
See, now, yeah, this is it on the window of my car.
Oh.
It got in the car. It rode up here with me last
Right.
week.
I remember
we
that.
did short
yeah.
takes. Got that picture, and I blew it up and adjusted it. You adjust,
Surprise, Lily.
Yeah.
Pink ladies.
and that was a surprise at World Peace Wetland Prairie. It's the only one that's going to bloom in my neighborhood, as far as I can tell so far.
Right.
See this doe and her two fawns?
Yeah.
They were running from people out looking for Pokemon.
I see.
That's the way I found them, was following these
I
guys.
see.
Before I knew this Pokemon was going on, my neighbors were all upset about them parking in their driveways and all this stuff.
They
And
are.
I went to ask these guys what they were doing, and they were spooking the deer out of the woods too. Anyway, here's the senior center and the
Turf cap lily.
and that young man had driven down from Springdale. He wanted to see where these were
I've
growing.
heard of Springdale.
Yeah, and he came down.
This is a frittler?
Variegated. And
Wow, that must be a 12 spot at least.
well, I never have counted one
Where I'm
spot.
free is 12.
I just shoot them and hope for the best.
Right.
And you can tell us what size they are. But anyway, there's a tiny grasshopper,
I see
young
it.
one.
Yeah, with
And
long antennae.
that's a blown up picture, because he was,
That's a great shot of
yeah,
the 12 spot.
with the wind blowing them like that.
Right.
Here are the Pokemon guys. These two guys, see, they both holding phones.
Isn't there a warning for them that they're liable to get hurt not paying attention to what they're...
Yes, they've been injured out there. Here, see there, they were looking at the ground.
This layout,
I took pictures of them they were down on Pinnacle Prairie Trail, and I was close to 3 football fields up there, and
This
zoomed down
layout
to
or
see.
blazing star.
Uh-huh. And see how they're wrapped up, tied up together?
I do.
And that was just a weird situation, but they do something like that every year with the
This
wind
is
blowing.
that skinny leaf milkweed.
And see that praying mantis on it? I just had
I know.
He's on the left side of the
left
flower.
on that bent leaf.
he's on the left side.
I
Now
see.
he's on the right side. See him hanging
Yeah,
there?
I see him now.
Yeah.
I see him
Yeah.
now.
They camouflage so well that
Yeah, it's
no
beautiful.
telling how many I walked by and
Like
never
a
even
growing
noticed
leaf
them.
or something.
Uh-huh.
Now he's in relief. Now you can see
Yeah,
it.
that was why I did
Got
so many
contrast.
pictures. I was trying
Oh,
to select
wow.
some that showed him from different angles. It also shows you how beautiful that tiny milkweed is.
Right.
And there's lots of that at Pinnacle Prairie right now, and we're hoping it's gonna beat a lot of caterpillars.
Wow.
You can
that
see
is
the face
great
of that.
shot.
Yeah. Well, I usually get close-up pictures of 2 or 3 of these a year.
Right.
And when I do, I go crazy making lots of pictures. That's why, if I ever found Pokemon and knew what it was, I'd make a lot of pictures if I could. Just to make sure one of them came out
All right.
okay. But anyhow, that's lobelia, and a tiny blue
Yeah,
lobelia.
lobelia.
And
I know the name.
now look closely at this rattlesnake master,
Rattlesnake master.
and you'll see those tiny flowers in the
I do. Yeah.
growth there,
Below the.
and you'll see the little stems coming out. Some of them you can see the orange tops on there.
Yeah.
And this particular one has lots more, whatever you call those, sticking out there. Anyway, now we've got a big blue stem
blue
grass
stem.
that was I just got the perfect place to catch it against a tree for background. And this is, what we call it, obedient plant.
Yeah,
And it's, you know, a beautiful thing that looks white, but when you get close, a lot of them are pink. And this is dog bane. You can see how tiny the flowers are
I
on it.
do. Look like
And
5 petaled.
now we're back to button bush.
Button
All
bush.
right. That worked pretty good. Thank you for being here, John Rule.
Thank you for narrating all of this information.